Hello ladies and gentlemen, even though this video might not even be public, this specifically goes out to Maximus the Cyborg, but I might make it public because now I can see some certain chats. But here are some examples of Maximus the Cyborg that I want to get off on here to let you guys know the reasons why I'm not really supporting him. And I finally made it high enough in these chats to really just go through all of them. And I can't really read most of them, so I encourage you guys, if there's anybody else who's watching this, because this is going to most likely just be an unlisted video, you can pause it at any moment, take your time to read it, because this shit is fucked up. I hope that it's in decent quality for you all to see. I need to close some fucking tabs. You guys can probably hear my fucking PC purring right now, which, God, it's just even more mad at Max than I am. Anyway, 9 months ago, I told Max to stop texting a 15-year-old if you want to keep anything in general, which was about him being able to stay inside of my group chats and all of that. And his excuse was, me and my mother will both lose our house, which this was 9 months ago. He never did lose his house. There was no issue with him losing his house. There was no money issue. The only issue was that he stole, I think it was $400 from his mom.
What?
Yeah. So, he's talking about playing PT. I say no. He's like, maybe tomorrow. I say no. He's like, Breezy, come on. I said I'm sorry, okay? Which I once again said no, and he couldn't take a fucking hint. He's like, why though? I don't want to lose you again. You did. Deal with it. And then he threw his max fit. Oh my god, I have to fucking move this fucking thing away from my PC. My PC's so mad right now, it's purring. I'll have this closer to Eris so you guys can hear her too. He's like, I was just trying to help. I never meant to do any harm. He was talking to minors. That was his just trying to help thing right here. Was him talking to minors. And I told him, bro, shut the fuck up. Then he was pretty much telling me why we should keep being friends. He's like, I have a screenshot of our chat. She lied to you. I asked her. But the whole thing was that I was already talking with Luna, and Luna was giving me the context of all of this. Just like the current people who I'm talking about who are minors, they also gave me the context to all of this. I already knew before I even came to Max. So I already knew if he was lying or not. He even said, Breezy, please, that was wrong, okay? So he acknowledged it was wrong, but he continued to do it in the future. He's like, oh, I'm still struggling with a relationship. And I told her like, his grammar is so fucking bad, it's pissing me off too. He's like, come to her on Ponytown, you would not call her. Like, he's so bad with fucking grammar. I sent him voice messages, which are no longer available, so I can't play that to you guys, but it was most likely just me telling him he's a piece of shit. And I told him, fuck off. So he said, sorry about YouTube. Yeah, he was talking about that. But he said,
Grammar, goddamn.
yeah, he doesn't know what the fuck grammar is. Anyway, he says, sorry about the YouTube, just ignore me. Are you still able to join my realm? Didn't mean to send you that twice, sorry. What he was referring to when he said sorry about the YouTube ... was the YouTube video he made where he was pretty much telling me, Eris, Corey, and everybody else who I was friends with to fucking kill ourselves.
What?
And then he sent a message that really pissed me off. And Eris is right here, so you guys can probably hear her opinion on this. But he said, quote, I wish we could both date Eris for me for a bit, so I can maybe learn from it if, well, I ever do forget her. Which was super fucked.
Hell.
He doesn't understand what the fuck my relationship is. I'm polyamorous, but I'm not into you, Max. We're not into you, which means you're not a part of our relationships. There is no putting you in there just to learn anything. That's called fake relationships. That's called being used. And then I said, Max, stop. He's like, sorry, I butt dialed you, which made no fucking sense. I don't know what he was talking about. I said it wasn't, but okay. And he says, do you want to join me? Or, I'm lonely on here. I said, I joined the realms, but I'm about to go to sleep. Oh, ... What about Discord? I'm gonna spam you on there, okay? So he even acknowledges spam. Like, that's something I don't even talk about. He's like, I'm not going to spam you, but he did. I could show you guys all of that, too, if I pulled up the messages. But even, like, Dove can confirm all of that, because Dove is in the account, and a few of my friends are in the account. They probably already looked through all these messages and can understand how fucking frustrated I am with Max. So he says, I'm doing the 6 months. He's like, I'm doing the 6 months right now. I'm just leaving the internet after the months is over. I apologize, I did that. I don't know why I did. Which is cap. He didn't do any 6 months. He didn't even do 1 day, matter of fact. Not a single fucking day. He couldn't last 24 hours. The most he lasted was 22 hours. So he couldn't even do a fucking full day out of the 6 months of leaving the internet. That just goes to show. And then I stated this. All I'm saying is we were trying to make it clear. Eris doesn't want you at all anymore. And then he says, I hate this happened. If it never did, we could have still been together, ... She probably won't want me as her friend again either. Yeah, she doesn't want to be your friend, because you're a dumbass. And then I said you pretty much sealed the deal with her and I. Because that also is the reality. Me and you got together because of his stupidity. He's like, what deal? Never... That's the part that fucking pissed me off too. He said, never mind, have fun having sex with her, even though we're not even physically in the same place. Like, you're in New Hampshire, I'm in Colorado. I don't think those states are even that close together. They're in the same country. They're not that close, you know? Oh my god. And then he says, leave me out of it. I've done enough. You don't need me. And then I said, fine. You're still acting like a baby anyway. And then he hits me with the, stop being sarcastic. I know you don't want me. Obviously, did you not get that? And then I stated, it's amazing anyone would date you. Which is really fucking true. He's like, no, I'm not. I know this is true. If I do the 6 months, you're just gonna push me away after. Which the reality is, if he did it, like I stated before the video, if he did the 6 months, we wouldn't be where we're at today. He'd probably still be in group chats, he would be in rehab, and I would still be helping him figure out his channel shit and all of his emotions and shit. He did the complete opposite though. He made it my problem and kept making it my problem, even though it's his problem. I even stated this. You keep acting like her and I are fucking, yet she literally went to bed after the call with you. And Corey and I are the only ones taking steps. You are mad because you aren't getting pussy. Newsflash, neither am I, dumbass. Which is true. The most I got are pictures. That's about it. That doesn't mean I'm physically getting anything. But he sent a screenshot, which I'll pull up right here, which was one of our chats, where he says, I know. What if things do change and she sees some improvement in the future and does come back? What do I do? Just as an example. And I said, if she does, then be happy when it does happen. But right now is right now. Which is just simple facts. She'll come back to you if she comes back to you. If she doesn't, she doesn't. He's like, yeah. And then I said, and your actions determine if she even would. He's like, right. Would you want me to be able to be with her again if it does happen? if you man the fuck up instead of being a pussy/baby, then I honestly wouldn't mind at all. That's straight up what I said. If he was better than me, then why would I need to mind, you know?
He's worse than Sonic.
But he hits me with the, remember this? I keep looking back at it and reading what you said. And I said, I don't care about what I said now. All I see is that you aren't a man. Eris wants a man. He's like, and if I do become one, well, you're supposed to already fucking be one. You're 20, bro. At that point, he was 21. He's 22 now. You should have already been a man. The fuck are you talking about? And then I said, all she sees when she's with you is a baby whining. Which you could probably confirm yourself. Every time you talk to Max, you're probably just hearing a baby cry the whole fucking time.
Actually, all I hear is that faker Sonic. All the damn time.
So I said, she said it herself to you, dude. She will never be with you ever again. What if it did happen? Example, would you be okay with that? So he straight up tried to fucking hit me with the same fucking question he already asked. And I said, you straight up told me, Eris, that when I die, she would never see anyone ever again. That was a legitimate quote you said, and I told him. And he didn't believe that. He didn't want to believe it for one fucking second. So he's like, and I did show I could grow up. You never will grow up. It's as an example. And I stated it's a bad example. I'm going to skip through some of these because it's just a bunch of him ranting on about dumb shit and the same shit. But it was literally just about the 6 months that he was not going to fucking do it.
Just like Sonic does.
Also, he says, quote, I'm not going to fuck you over. And he did.
What the?
I mean, how did he fuck me over? Well, he kept making fucking lies about me behind my back. He kept stating he was gonna change. And not only that, I was defending him. The only person fucking defending him. Even after all of these allegations, still willing to help him. And what did he do? He talked to a 10-year-old, despite me warning that this 10-year-old was going to chat with him. I warned him before any of it fucking happened, and he still did the exact same thing I told him not to do, which was talking to that fucking minor. And he did. He does not respect me. He never respected me. And the fact that he called me a friend is fucked up because that's not what friends do. Let me see. There's probably more to scroll down here. He deleted the message where he told me to kill himself, but that's why I got fucking pissed. Because he's like, ... yeah, I guess you don't want me back then, ... I don't deserve friends. Which, let's be real, he doesn't at this point. I gave him enough chances. He does not deserve friends. Especially since all of his fucking friends just so happen to be 16, 15, 13, and 10. That's fucking disgusting. I say, bro, he's like you said, I'm a baby. I said, just stop saying you love Eris to me when you know I'm with her. Like, that's common sense, too. Like, that was the whole reason why the argument started. I told him, stop saying that you want to be with Eris when you already know I'm with her. You're just pissing me off. And he hits me with the, I know you all hate me. So he was trying to do the fucking guilt trip thing. So I said, fine, dude. In all caps, I was like, fine, dude. He's like, I never want to lose her. This is my fault. And I said, I'm fucking tired of you doing this shit, dumbass. You lost. And then he hits me with the, oh, I'm sorry for yelling. That was uncalled for. Bitch, it's fucking text. There is no yelling. There is no fucking yelling. Just accept it, for fuck's sake, is what I said. And he's like, so this was to beat me? Is that why? And I couldn't help but slap my fucking self in the fucking face and be like, this fucking guy. This guy must be the most retardedest person in the universe. He makes retarded people look smart. Like, legit. I said, you literally don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. And then he's like, you wanted me to be miserable, didn't you? That's how childish you are. No, I do. I didn't win. I didn't win her. She won me. That was the quote that I stated too. I didn't win you. You won me. Because you wanted something more than what Max was giving. All Max was doing was being exactly what he thinks I am, which is toxic. Nothing but toxic.
He's a fake.
So let's scroll down a little bit. I tell him to answer the goddamn phone. He's like, oh, you're gonna yell at me. I know you are. And I said, clearly, my talk to you earlier wasn't good enough. He hits me with the ... And I even told him straight up, there is a reason Eris fell for me, and it's because I speak my mind when someone says, oh my god, get this shit out of my fucking face. When I speak my mind when someone says something I don't fucking like, so pick up the fucking phone. And then he went back onto ranting and shit, so I eventually gave up, and now I'm gonna scroll more. Eventually he says, no one's girlfriend there, a bad omen for me. So he was speaking gibberish all of a sudden. I tell him to be better. He's like, girls have always hated me. I said, learn how to be better then. He's like, yeah, like that's gonna happen. PFT. He's like, have fun with your girlfriend. And I said, fine. I'll fuck off. He's like, no, no, no. I said, wanna be a dick? Fine. You don't need to, it's me who should. And this is why we call you a baby. I'm too much, I'm not what I want to be, being a good person, which he never was a good person. I hate when he brings up the word good person, because he never fucking was. And then I say, there is your example, you're being a fucking baby right there. Him saying that was just an example of him being a baby. He's like, yeah, I don't think you listened to anything my mom said about what's going on. Which I did. I fully support his mom, and I wish the best for her. I don't support Max, though. I don't support Levi Casey. You can see I'm stressed like you are. She knows that at the end of the day, I'm not you. I'm losing my mind here. And I told him, I can't help but I'm not you. I need to do the work. You need to do the work, not me, you. I've been doing what your mom said for 6 years already, because it's been 6 years before it hit 7, because obviously this was 4 months ago. After that month, it was the 7th year of knowing Max. He's like, yeah, Maximus the fuckover, that's who. Yeah, I want to quote that, and I hope everybody acknowledges that. Yeah, he's Maximus the fuckover, and he said it himself. He fucks people over. But I wasn't the only person who warned him, because I also stated this. You still have yet to actually listen to me. None of this would have happened if you listened to me. Even Flutterfan warned you this was going to happen. Everybody was warning him, and he never fucking listened. And he's like, yeah, I'm stupid like my mom said I was. Which his mom never said he was stupid. He just put words in his mom's mouth. So I hope that this gets quoted too, and I hope his mom eventually sees it, because he makes his mom look like a bad person all the fucking time.
What the?
Then I stated, leave Eris alone and leave me out of it. And he went back to trying to guilt trip. He's like, I'll never be a good guy again, will I? I just know it. I said, you need to do the work, Max. I'd pretty much been repeating myself. If you don't, then yeah, you are a bad person. That also needs to be quoted for. I hope everybody sees that. If you don't do the work, then you are a bad person. Max has not done the work at all. Even before any of these messages, he still was not doing anything to be a better person. All he did was try to go into therapy, but therapy's not doing anything for him. Which just means he needs more therapy. Or better yet, he needs to be put in a fucking psychiatric office and put in a padded room. Because this is fucking dumb. Like,
Yes,
the fact that, like, it's common sense that if you're 21, you shouldn't be talking sexually to a 15-year-old. If you're 22, you shouldn't be talking to a 10-year-old. In general, period. You shouldn't be talking to a 10-year-old. I could just ignore the fact that he was trying to get nudes from a 10-year-old. And it still is bad, because he was talking to a 10-year-old. As a 22-year-old. That, you're 12 years older than her, Max. You're 12 years fucking older. It should be common sense you don't talk to these people. You fuckwad? You fucking moron?
That's disgusting.
And he even stated after this, and if I do, I'll just fuck up again. Which he did. I should have listened to him when he said this, because yeah, he's right. He did just fuck up again. And once again, guys, as you can clearly see, that's his own words. Not mine. His own words. And it just so happens he's doing it again. So don't take my word for him being a bad person. Take his word for it. Because he just straight up tells you he's going to fuck up again. And I told him that's literally how life goes. That's how it was made. Why am I alive? Why did God create me then? God isn't real. The fact... I already changed my mind about God by this point, but I did straight up used to say, God isn't real. The fact that you are alive was by luck. And that is truth. The reality is that there is a billion sperm cells in a body, right? Like when birth is happening, there's a billion sperm cells that go in the woman's vagina, right? And only 1 out of a billion make it to the mother's womb. That's how Max was born, by luck. It wasn't because of God. God gave the miracle for a man to produce semen. But Max got lucky to be born because there's billions of sperm cells that could have easily made it, but it's just Max who made it. So it isn't God. He's like, well, I'm not luck, I'm a mistake. Which, yeah, Max, you kind of are. No, not even kind of. You are just definitely a fucking mistake.
You are just Sonic, but way worse.
Yeah. And then I stated, if you aren't even going to do the work I've been giving you for 6 months, and you still won't do it, it's hard to see how it could still be worth it. Not just that, but 6 years. That's how long I've known you. I can't do 6 years. Well, it just so happens he's been doing it for 6 years, so I don't know what the fuck he's been talking about. You never changed, and you still can't understand text like a toddler. Because he doesn't even know what the fuck I'm talking about half of the time. He just goes back to me. Like he's like, oh, I'm the disappointment. I shouldn't have done this. Oh, if I did this, I wish this. Like, it's just me. He doesn't actually listen to me. He pretends like he's fucking listening.
Sorry, I broke character.
That's fine. I told him he'll never change, and it's all frustrating when all I want is for my friend to just be normal. That's another thing I hope people quote. All I want is for my friend to just be normal. I couldn't have said it better myself, and I did say it myself. I wanted Max to be normal. That's why I was trying to help him. And that's why I was preventing him from doing all these stupid fucking things, but I'm toxic for it. I hope you're watching this, Max. Because just know that when all I want is for my friend to be normal, that makes me toxic. Just goes to fucking show. I'm the toxic one because I wanted you to be a normal fucking friend. Or, I just wanted you to back the fuck off because if you're not going to be a normal friend, then why even be my friend at that point? Is that toxic? No, I'm pushing the toxicity away.
Insane. Whatever you call it, schizophrenic fuck.
Yeah. And I even stated too, you literally met me when I was 13 and you watched me grow up since then. and you saw me put my old ways behind me when I grew up. Why can't you do the same? When I was 13, how old am I now? I'm 18, right? That's 6 years. Pretty sure, right? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 5 years.
When I was 19, I was basically still a minor then.
Let's see. He says, I'm scared of what people are going to say. That's one reason, to be honest. And I stated, what people? You seem to be in 24/7. And I tell him, you're a grown man. And apparently he didn't know what 24/7 meant. But it means there's 24 hours in a day and there's 7 days in a week. 24/7 means constantly. He didn't even fucking knew what that meant. That just goes to show how dumb Max is. And he hits me with the, can you tell me why? I want to know. Glad? But I stated I didn't give you birth, and no, I'm glad what you did because you caused something to happen. And I was glad because it caused my relationship with somebody who is better than Max. I hated being friends with Max, but after I pushed him away, I gained a new friend at the time, which was you, Eris, and then we formed a relationship. That was the only good thing that happened at the time, and he couldn't even see that because he's too fucking dumb.
Actually, I would call it mentally retarded.
Yeah. And then he stated this, like...
And this is coming from Shadow.
One of the things I also stated was my first love was taken from me. And then he starts talking about himself again. To be honest, I'd be fine if we dated her both. You have two. I still have someone I can make up with, you know. And I know about Eclipse, and that was the part that pissed me off. I don't like Eclipse anymore. She fucked me more than anybody else, like fucked me over. Not like actually fucked me. I don't like Eclipse because of that. She never bothered to talk about anything, which is why I left. I was the bigger person and I left. That doesn't make me toxic. But I stated, I'm not talking about Eclipse. He's like, I didn't mean Eclipse, sorry. I said, you don't know what real love is till you actually lose that person. I lost a girl back in the end of middle school, which is true. And he's like, I want to learn that. So I told him, she killed herself, and I watched her. I thought she was the love of my life too, but she killed herself. And then he goes back to me, because the first thing I see is I, which means he's talking about himself again. It's like, I still have the future with her, and you still have the future with yours. Know what I did? He's like, sorry. I said this. I did the work, Max. I fixed myself all I can. You know what I did? It gave me cancer. Which is a reality. I have cancer in my fucking chest because of a gene that my dad has. Is it going to kill me? Luckily, it's not going to kill me anymore. We got that fucking problem solved, but it pissed me off. He hit me with the ... and I stated, I did what I was supposed to do and I'm dying for it. I never did anything to deserve this, yet here I am. My feelings for Eris aren't fake either. That's what death does to you. He's like, oh, really? Same with me. Which fucking made me angry. No, you never lost a fucking loved one. You never had the experience of dating someone and then watching them kill themselves. Just death in general. I watched this chick fucking kill herself right in front of me. You'll never experience that, Max. So you don't know what real love is. It makes feelings more clear. That's why Eris fell in love with me. And he's like, I don't want her to have to be alone when you leave. I want her to still remember you and all. And what Max actually meant by that is, oh, when you're dead, I'm going to replace you. He was planning on taking my channel. He was planning on taking all of my stories. He was planning on taking all of my OCs, which is why, at that time, I started a show, which was for me, and that's why, at that time, I inspired you to make your show. So that way everybody knows it's not because of Max. It's because of me. Before I could even die, I'm going to make my legacy known. I told him to just fuck off. And I told him I'm bringing it up for a reason. He's like, I know. Despite all that happened, did I cry? No. I said, have you ever heard me cry once? He's like, I feel like only once, I think. I can't remember. The one time you did was when I was on acid because I was on drugs for a while. I never actually cried, though, from my situation. So let me skip through a few more messages, because it's a bunch of fucking dumb shit.
I am actually about to break character and cry. Oh my god.
It's okay, too. Like, this is gonna be an unlisted video anyway, for the most part. It might go public soon, but... He's like, I tried another girlfriend. They all have said no, which means he never tried another girlfriend. I'm not staying that with you. And I'm going to say the reality of having a girlfriend, it's not just asking a person if they want to be your girlfriend. It's about building that relationship. That's why the word dating comes into place, to figure out if you're compatible enough for each other. Like me and you were dating when we first started. We didn't just automatically jump into a relationship. We went to see if it worked first. I guess Max doesn't know that, though, because all he did was ask people, hey, can you be my girlfriend? Of course they're gonna fucking say no. That's actually the most creepiest thing you could ask a person, is if they can be your girlfriend, and they don't even know you. He's like, now I feel like a loser again, because losers don't deserve love. I'll just go. I keep you up anyways. And I said, bro, just get a girlfriend. If you want to talk, I'm available on Discord, but you can only shit talk me while I do the 6 months. And I said, any girlfriend at this point, maybe a boyfriend, jeez. He's like, hasn't worked, nice try. And I don't even know why he's telling me nice try. He hasn't even tried whatsoever to getting a girlfriend, or a boyfriend, or anything. All he did was, can you be my girlfriend? Hey you, I know I've never met you, but can you be my girlfriend? A good example is with Doveshade. They are 15, and Max only knew them for 2 weeks, and the first thing he, tells them, is that he has a crush on them. 2 weeks later, he does the same shit with Candace, who he barely just met. She's 23, and the first thing Max says is, I have a crush on you. You've barely known her. You barely known any of them. You're just doing that because you want to make Eris jealous, which was something he fucking admitted to me before. He wanted to find a relationship specifically to make you jealous, but he was telling me all about that, despite knowing that I was already in a relationship with you. Which is so fucking retarded. The most retardedest thing ever. Like, he tells me about it, what am I gonna do? Well, I'm just gonna warn my girlfriend about it. End of story. It's not... like, he's a fucking dumbass. But I tell him, you need to keep trying. See you after 6 months. It doesn't work if you aren't trying. He says, nope, I don't. I don't know what the fuck that means. And I say, God, it's like I'm talking to a wall. Bye, wall. See you, wall. Have a good one, wall. 6 months, you'll see. And I tell him, you won't last. And I was right. He didn't even last 1 fucking day. I'm going to be better. If I do, you owe me. Which, no, I don't owe him shit. I always get pissed off when he says, you owe me. I don't owe you shit. I already am giving you what you need. By giving you this discussion, that's what I'm already owing you. Because you were my friend. And I'm going to say were, because you're not my friend anymore. You don't know how to be a friend, and I'm never going to consider you a friend, because this, all of what we're seeing, is how you treat your friends. So he's like, no, because I'm tired and a wall. bye, good night, 6 months. Goodbye is what I said. He's like, bye. See ya, never, right? He says, love you too, you crap. Probably, I don't know. And then he says penis. Like, I don't know what the fuck the context is. And then I told him, I hope you know you brought Jokester back. Thanks a lot. Which is my other personality. It just means I'm pissed off. It means I want to fucking kill someone, pretty much.
Right now, I'm basically Shadow because I'm pissed off.
He sends me a meme for some random reason, and I tell him, see ya. He's like, yeah, I love you too, you big bag of shit. For real, though. I still love you, man. I'm sorry for being a dosh. Which I think he means douche or something like that. He's like, hang in there, Kay. I owe you one, bro. Like, big time. Good night. And I hate that he says, hang in there. I have a girlfriend. I have 2 girlfriends. They're caring, they're loving, they were helping me with my show. I already have everything I could ever want. I don't need to hang in there. So fuck you and fuck every I love you that you sent me. It's fucking gross. And I tell him, you owe Jokester an apology next time you see them. Good night. And he's like, love ya? Question mark. E? No? Maybe? He's like, oh, come on. Don't be such a sad clown. You know I'm messing with you. So as a joke, I just tell him, love you too, Max. So that way he fucking fucks off. Good night. And then he hits me with the, for real? Are you being serious? Or was that sarcasm? Or do you mean it for real? You little piece of gay? You suck rocks? Don't leave me. No. You're still on Minecraft, GTB boy. Oh, before you sleep, I forgot to tell you something. I have 76 on my PS4 now. Which I had to explain that's not even crossplay. He doesn't know any of the lore. He was pretty much still fucking chatting to me, despite telling me he was going to bed. That was the part that pissed me off. But I also stated, because this was a true fact at the time, Eris and I are leaving Ponytown soon, so I don't know. It's like, I may want to do that also, well, back and forth. And I said, we just be leaving for good.
My ear. Just rain at me.
Which, luckily, that doesn't apply to us anymore. We could be fucking doing whatever the fuck on Ponytown now, because he's been banned, and his IP is being tracked by Ponytown, so he's never going to be able to make an account ever again. Unless he just so happenedly moved and got a new Wi-Fi box and got a new absolutely everything, you know? Which he doesn't have the money to, because he can't even get a job at 22, which is so fucking dumb. And then I say this, I don't know how many times I gotta tell you she doesn't want to date you. For 2, she would never feel, she would feel like she's cheating on me if she did that. She told me that herself too. And yeah, that was another thing you told me. If I died and then you suddenly dated somebody else, you would feel like that's cheating on me. That was something you already said. He's like, God damn it, she just meant a lot to me. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. And I didn't even say anything that big. All I said was what you were telling me. I was like, I'm not Eris, Max. Stop whining again. He's like, I just can't stop. She was just the most kindest person ever. I wish I could tell her that. And if that is true, if Max really did think any of this, why aren't you guys together anymore? Maybe it's because he's a giant piece of shit secretly. And once again, Eris is right here too, so she could just straight up tell you guys. He's a giant piece of shit. That's why they're not together anymore.
Exactly.
Yep, there you have it. So, I even stated, you keep talking about her like that. And he's like, I'm sorry. I feel upset, that's why. I don't mean I said, go to bed. He's like, sorry. He pretty much started messaging me the shit out of me. On Xbox, too. Like, I was trying to play fucking video games. Not deal with any of this shit. And it was already hard enough to type on a fucking controller. He's just spamming me all this dumb shit, like, please don't be mad now. This isn't easy, okay? Just know that, ... I love you, Breezy. Sorry, I hope we can chat on Discord tomorrow. I'm gonna choke myself if I mention her as a punishment, okay? Which, he's just messaging, like, that shit just pisses me off. He's like, good night, sleep well. Also, I'm leaving the cyborg stream. I want you to take it over for me. Never mind. Sorry, I'm still bothering you. I'm being dumb again. Good night, Breezy. You're still on Minecraft. Fine. Last question. Will you unhide me on... Like, I didn't even say anything. All I was trying to do was play Minecraft, and he was trying to find an excuse to stay up. He's like, will you unhide me on PT at some point? I said, you are in my friends list in Ashes, but I have to keep you hidden in PT. He's like, why PT though? That sucks. You always spam me there when I'm AFK, which was true. He would go to my spot where I sit on Ponytown, which was at the docks with all of the supporters at the time, and he would constantly spam me and spam me and spam me and spam me, so I'd have to pretend like I'm fucking AFK after the time. And after all of these chats, I eventually was like, fine, fuck it. Max, I'm going to bed. And then I got off Ponytown, I got off fucking Minecraft, and I got off all this shit, and I went to bed. So I told him I unhid you, that's all I will do. So that way he would fuck off. And then he says, girlfriend stealer, you suck rocks. And I said, okay, question mark? He's like, I was joking, jeez, chill. I was just confused about the rocks part. I was like, good. Why would I be sucking rocks? And then he just... I can't even really say any of this most of the time. He was just being very fucking offensive. So let's see. Oh, of course. Fucking click off this, right? It says, I can't see your message. He's like, Discord, Xbox blocked it. He was still messaging me despite saying he was going to bed. And I said, alright, I'm going to bed. Can you fuck off? And he did not let me go the fuck to bed. It would be fucking great if this shit would let me scroll down. No, that's the end of the messages, actually. I said, alright, I'm going to bed. And he says, boobies? Minecraft? That's the end of the chats. So, I hope that was good enough context for all of you. I hope if there's anything I missed, you guys can just pause. You could fucking read all of it. He was being the most shittiest, self-centered friend of all time. And I want you guys to note this. He called me toxic. Notice how I talk and look at how he talks. And then leave a comment below and tell me, who is the toxic one? Is it me for being a supportive friend, or is it Max who is just going me, talking only about himself, his problems, and not acknowledging me for some fucking reason? So, this video also is mainly dedicated to Max because I want to show him personally why I think he's fucking toxic and why I want him to fucking leave, and dare I even say, KYS, because Jesus fucking Christ, I don't want you around me anymore. I'm tired of fucking going everywhere and having to hear about you. Even when I'm just having normal fucking days and fucking VR chat without recording, just chilling like last night, I still have to fucking hear about you, and I still have to explain your story to everybody like they're the fucking police. And I'm just trying to hang out with my girlfriend, and I'm trying to hang out with all my friends. So fuck off. Get a life, grow the fuck up, grow balls, because you clearly don't have balls, you're just a fucking baby, and leave all of my fucking friends alone, or I'm gonna come after you. I know where you live, I have your phone number, and fuck it. Right now, I might as well just give everybody his fucking phone number. This video is gonna go public one day anyway, but this just goes to show, I don't fucking care. So I'm gonna give you guys Max's phone number right now. Just so that way you guys can fucking just harass him. And all I can say is, Max, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? You can't do shit. You're too stupid to do anything, for one, and even if you weren't, you can't take down my videos. You can report all you want to YouTube, but just like how YouTube can't take down your videos, you can't take down mine. All you can do is delete my comments, but you can't do shit on my channel. I own it. I run this shit. Also, I own Maximus the Cyborg, the OC. So if you do not get rid of it by, let's just say 2 months, February, let's say specifically Valentine's Day, since that's when you fucked me over with Flutterfan and ruin a bunch of shit. So you have until Valentine's Day to get rid of Maximus the Cyborg. If you don't, I will take legal action. I know where you live, and I will take you to court. If you want to go to court, let's settle it in court. But it'll cost you. It'll cost you everything you fucking have. So let's do it. Anyway, for anybody who is curious, Max's phone number is 707-719-7388. If you can't get in contact with him, try putting the 1 at the beginning, and bam, you should be able to call him. I'm tired of this guy. He already put my phone number out on YouTube, so I'm returning the favor. Max, you're a piece of shit. Stop talking to minors, and maybe good things will happen to you. Just like that video where you were talking about change, it all starts with you going to talk to 20-year-olds instead of fucking 10-year-olds. If you can do that at the very minimum, then I would believe that you're starting to change. But it's hard to believe that when all of your friends are 15, 16, 13, 12, and 10. They're all underaged. And even the people who are currently adults, you've all been friends with them when they were still kids. 16, 15, 17. You aren't good. You're a fucking horrible person. And I hope you get what's coming to you. So I hope everybody spam calls him, does whatever the fuck they want with it, because Jesus Christ, I'm done with this situation. Max, you're a piece of shit. Kill yourself. That's the end of the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.